Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has been telling his supporters that the election is going to be rigged because of media bias. But recently, he's been focusing more on the actual voting process.
With more on how this would play out in California is KPIX 5 political reporter Melissa Caen. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday, Donald Trump, in one of his many weekend tweets, he doubled down on his claim that the presidential election would be rigged. Now, he tweeted out, "The election is absolutely being rigged by the dishonest and distorted media pushing crooked Hillary, but also at many polling places." Sad. Now, Trump has given no specifics about why or how he thinks polling places would be rigged, but he has told his supporters to watch for irregularities on Election Day. Now, for some voters, this could be a concern. Are they going to get harassed or challenged at their polling place? So here's what you should know. In California, it is very, very hard to challenge someone who is trying to vote. A Trump supporter inside a polling place can't talk directly to voters. They can only speak to a designated poll worker, and they have to show clear and convincing evidence of voter fraud. Now, that's a very high standard. San Francisco Elections Director John Arntz told us that in 14 years as a director, he's never seen a single challenge, not one. So don't be afraid to get on down to your polling place on Election Day in California.
Yeah, well, it will be interesting to see if this just discourages people from voting or even bothering, though a lot of people, at least here in California, voting by mail anyway.
That is true. That is true. The majority of Californians vote by mail ballot. So, for example, a few months ago in the June presidential primary, 59% of California votes were by mail. So there's just not that much action for people who are staked out at a polling place. I do want to point out, though, that when mail ballots get counted and processed, election observers from both parties are allowed to watch and raise objections. So it's not a secret process.
Well, we have heard a lot about hacking this year, right? So how confident can we be that our voting machines will give honest results?
You know, you'd think in California, home of Silicon Valley, we would have fancy pants, high-tech machines, but no, we don't. So good news, California, our voting machines are old, really old, and they do not connect to the internet. So if you want to hack them, you have to be physically present with them in order to mess with them. So before each election, observers from both parties are invited to watch those machines being tested. But even if there was a hack in California, we have paper ballots as a backup. Now, after each election, a sample of the electronic results is compared against actual paper ballots to make sure the machines are working. And of course, election observers from both parties get to watch that process as well. So while Trump is telling his supporters to watch the polls, and there may be some intrigue on Election Day, it's just not likely to come from California. And before we go, I do want to update one story that we've reported on this morning, the arson attempt in Orange County, North Carolina at a GOP field office. Wanted to point out that some Democrats got together and have raised now $13,000 to rebuild that office. People from all over the country saying, we disagree with what you're doing, Republicans, but we think everyone should be able to participate in the process without fear. So there's some silver lining there in that story.
Yeah, and they raised that money in a relatively short period of time. All right, Melissa,
right.
Thanks so much.
We'll be right back.